About 2.5 years ago, I think, Google started campaigning with the advent of blogs for a NoFollow attribute on link tags, on anchor tags. The point being to tell Google, I don't vouch for this site. I don't vouch for this page. Don't confer any of my PageRank to them. Split it up more evenly amongst the other ones I do vouch for. It basically makes the link invisible to search engines. It just does not get added to the crawling map. Okay? The link invisible, not necessarily the destination page, because something else could link to it. You could also do this on a site-wide basis, so maybe you've got a links page on your website, and you've got 400 sponsors there. You don't like any of your sponsors, you could put Meta, robots, NoFollow. And every single link on that page would count for nothing. Okay? Google says that there are no penalties for using NoFollow. They want you to use NoFollow. They encourage you to use NoFollow. They encourage you to use NoFollow in ever increasingly obtrusive ways on us developers. A thread started yesterday on the Google indexing group, the Google Webmaster Help indexing group. Let's name this long. About encouraging forcefully everybody who sells a link to make sure that it is NoFollowed, because they don't want money to influence their rankings. I'm of the belief that that means that they want us to protect their business model for them. I think they should determine algorithmically whether the link was sold or not, maybe based on everything they've been doing previously, like, does the link go to some page that's related or not? Who knows? But they're encouraging people more and more forcefully to use NoFollow, and therefore they've promised never to make it count against you. You could have a bazillion links on a page, all NoFollowed except for one, and your entire vote would go to that one. Which is actually kind of useful, and we'll get to that in a second. NoIndex. Maybe you don't want a page to show up in the index at all. Sorry.
Just a question. When you have banner ads on your site, how does that count as a link then?
Specifically yesterday in this group, I asked exactly that question. What about banner ads?
Yeah.
They said, we're pretty good at detecting banner ads, but if we miss that it's a banner ad and it goes to a site that's not related to the page that's linked from it, you might be penalized for that link because it's not related. Use NoFollow. Which means every ad serving engine really ought to go back and add into the code NoFollow. NoIndex. You could NoIndex your entire page. Basically it means that you don't want it to be in Google. They're not going to index it, they're not going to cache it, but they might still show it in the search engine results if enough other people link to it for keywords that people are searching for. This can be a backup for pages you don't want to show up. Like maybe your privacy statement, your login, your forgot password, your copyright. Those are all things that aren't going to be very valuable to a person when they first land on your website, if that's their first impression of your company because of your suddenly ranking for legalese because of your copyright statement or your privacy statement. Okay? You really ought to try and keep those out because they're really of no value to getting you valuable traffic through the search engines. In addition, you might as well NoFollow the links to those because why vote for them? In your menu, you really ought to NoFollow your links to your privacy, your copyright, your login, your sign up, etc. Because they're not going to help you anyways. You're better off to vote for your homepage or your categories or your products or articles or whatever instead. So, bad PageRank ideas. I'm sure, while I was going through all those previous slides, I thought, oh, I could manipulate Google by doing A, or B, or C, or D. And as I continued to do research, they said, no, don't, please. Don't cross-link every site with every other one in your site. Cross-link every page in your site with every other one. Remember, the average is 1. If you link everything to everything, all your pages are going to be uniformly bland, as far as Google's concerned. Okay? Don't do anything you can to get links. Only get links from valuable places. Okay? They can detect link farming. Don't avoid linking off-site. Or always use NoFollow. Because if you never vote for any other page on the internet, who's going to want to link to you? And don't spend all your time obsessing over a number. Don't obsess over PageRank. Do everything else you can, and the PageRank will come. PageRank will change, and they don't owe you anything. Okay? And don't do anything to artificially manipulate your PageRank. If anybody emails you unsolicitedly and says, hey, buy a link from us and we guarantee you'll be on page 1. First, nobody can guarantee you'll be on page 1, and 2, they don't care about you or your site. They're just trying to sell you some money or get some money out of you for a link, and it's going to affect your PageRank, probably negatively. Good PageRank ideas. Encourage people to link more than to just your homepage. Encourage them to link deeper, because if you get some votes deeper into your site and those pages link to your homepage, you've got a more natural flow link pattern, and Google trusts your website not as a single site, but as a hub of information. Always provide outlinks to other relevant information. If you're talking about something, and you don't want to write a page to define it, but there's a page on Wikipedia that does, link to it. And don't use NoFollow. It's a valuable vote. Okay? And by following it, Google will say, they're willing to share with everybody else on the same topic. I'm going to trust this page a little bit more. We'll get to TrustRank in a second. Have a sitemap and link to it from every page. Don't use NoFollow on your sitemap, otherwise Google will never find it. Structure your content into a logical hierarchy. Provide breadcrumb navigation when it's viable. Cross-link with related sites, but not unrelated ones. All good ideas. So, I said for a couple of people who've seen this presentation, what do all of these things have in common? Anybody?
Relevance.
Relevance is one, yes. Not quite what I'm after, but close. Okay? They all help your humans navigate and find your content. They're not structured specifically at the search engines. They're all good things you should be doing anyways. Okay? Lastly, we'll talk about TrustRank. Not much is known about TrustRank. It's been vaguely leaked by some of the people in Google, Matt Cutts and stuff like that, that there is a collection of websites out there that have been manually human identified by Google as trustworthy. Wikipedia being an extremely likely candidate. Okay?
Links from Wikipedia add nothing to your page.
Not necessarily.
It's
They
all
don't.
follow it now.
Yes, okay. They don't add anything to your PageRank, but it doesn't mean they're worthless. We'll get to that in a second. Okay? But they can still follow them and decide whether they're trusted. PageRank, NoFollow links might count for or against you in PageRank. This is TrustRank. Links from Wikipedia might count towards your TrustRank. Nobody knows.
Well, especially if people click on it, right? Because
Well, that would be traffic generation.
Right.
Yeah, you go to a high-profile site and you put a link out there, you're going to get some traffic. Not necessarily going to help you get better rank in Google, in the search engines, but you're still going to get a huge value out of it. Case in point, I got linked last November from Dig for an article I wrote. 35,000 visitors in 12 hours. Didn't help my website in terms of PageRank, but it did help me. I probably got 500 or 600 subscribers to my blog that day, and then 500 or 600 less 3 went away the next day. Links to and from official trusted websites are used to compute your site's trust rank. It's sites that have a high page rank but a low trust rank are manually reviewed by Google. That has been verified. Links to and from websites that are officially labeled as untrusted, they've been manually reviewed and labeled as untrusted, like some spam directories, can actually lower your trust rank. This is where people think that the negatives start applying. Instead of getting negatives in PageRank, you get negatives in TrustRank. The speculation is that it's about the degrees of separation from high TrustRank sites, not necessarily direct links. You don't need a link from Wikipedia. You need a link from a site that's linked from Wikipedia. And that will impart a smaller fraction of trust, but still some trust.